What's going on, guys? Ray here, PapaReys Boom Boom Room. I got a special guest with me today, my boy Zachary Karpinski, aka LottoPicks. That's what we made up,
What's
right?
going on, man?
LottoPicks.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Um, we're gonna start off this week, week 4, with a recap of week 3. First game, that Thursday night game, Miami 31, Jacksonville 13.
Man, Minshew, what happened?
Yeah,
That was
Minshew mania.
terrible.
It's that mustache. It's the mustache.
Man, James Robinson looked really nice, though.
He sure did. And Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic was on fire.
That's crazy. I'm glad they pulled away the W. I was definitely rooting for the underdogs, but they got it. I was pretty surprised.
Yeah, they do. Next time we had Pittsburgh 28, Houston 21. Houston, Bill O'Brien needs to go ahead and pick one, be a coach or be a GM because can't do both. He broke down the team and now he's paying for it.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson definitely looked like he missed D Hop. Definitely. I mean, Will Fuller or Rhino Cobb got all the touches.
Yeah,
4 for 95, one touchdown. That's who leading your receiver in yards right now is Randall Cobb.
so that's what happens when you get away the person that was about 60% of your receptions. So they're trying to find that new guy, and it wasn't easy against Pittsburgh's defense. They already know
No,
that
their defense is definitely nice this year. Once again,
Pittsburgh defense is crazy. Next up, we had Buffalo Rams. Buffalo sneaked out with a win, 35-32. They were up early and allowed the Rams to come back. A lot of miscues offensively and defensively, but Josh Allen pulled it out with that last second touchdown, boy.
yeah, Josh Allen is on fire. 300 yards that game, 5 touchdowns. Can you believe that?
Yeah, this is literally. I've lived in Buffalo. This is literally the first year he's passed 300 yards. Everybody was like, "Oh, he can't even get to 300 yards." Now he got the weapons and Stephon Diggs, Devin Singletary, Zach Moss is hurt, and John Brown, Cole Beasley. The man can't complain. It's his time to
Yeah,
shine now.
Cole Beasley definitely led the league or led the game in targets that day. Gabriel Davis though, look for him on the waiver reports. He looks nice with John Brown being hurt.
Rookie
He
out of
might be an undercoming
University of
star.
Central Florida. Yep.
Yeah, he might be something. And Singletary, 13 touches for 71 yards, trying to prove that he's still the number one guy. I mean, Zach Moss got some competition.
Yeah, he's lucky Zach Moss is hurt, but that's going to be a nice tandem. Next up, we got Indianapolis and your New York Jets.
The New York
36 to
Jets.
7. Indianapolis looking really nice. I mean, it's the Jets, but they look nice. They look nice. I know you got stuff to
No,
say about this game.
Jets are off. Jets are offense sucks. That's all it really is. I mean, short week against the Broncos. Now we got to recover that one. Sam Darnold, but so stressed in the pocket. That Makai Beckham though, man, I'm telling you,
The
he's
rookie's definitely
best.
nice. The rest of the line needs some work, and there's no offensive weapons, especially with Le'Veon Bell out. But I don't even know how he gels with the team. So a lot
Oh
of a
no, I
lot of things
mean
the Jets need to
Chris
fix.
Hogan's nice. I mean, we like Chris Hogan there, and of course Frank Gore reading our league in yards. It's always
Ugh.
nice.
Frank Gore, that nigga about what, 40, man?
I don't know, but hopefully with this short week against the Broncos, this will be Adam Gase's last game for the New York Jets head coach. So let's hopefully cross our fingers and see what we can do.
If the Jets lose to a Broncos team that's hurt on offense and defense with a rookie quarterback that nobody has an idea who he is, yeah, Adam Gase is out of there.
You got Driscoll, you got Ryben, and then you got Blake Bortles. They just signed after Drew Lock's injury. So we'll
Yep,
see who
yep.
starts. I think that Ryben has a starting gig though, but against the Jets defense that's really weak after leaving with Jamal Adams,
It's
we'll see if
crazy.
we can make a place.
A box safety that changed the
Box
entire
safety
defense.
changed the whole game. That's so crazy.
Yeah,
Same defense moved over. I mean, Marcus May is nice though. I mean, he still has his. He's he's like Jamal Adams 2.6. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not quite Jamal Adams, and he's not, but we'll see.
I got you. Next up, we had Chicago, Atlanta, 30-26. Atlanta blew another lead. Nick
How's that
Foles
possible?
again. Nick Foles jumping in the third quarter, led them to a comeback, 3 touchdowns in the fourth, which is insane to beat the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, the best thing they did about that game was they benched Trubisky. I'm glad they benched him. They needed him out. Nick Foles made the offense look refreshing. Like I have Allen Robinson on two of my leagues right now in fantasy, and for the first 2-3 weeks, he looked rough.
Yeah,
Like this new week with Nick Foles into play, 28 points, 10 receptions for 123 yards and a touchdown. Should
looking
have had
like
2 touchdowns, but one got taken away.
looking like himself in Jacksonville. My big takeaway from that game, Nick Foles deserves to start. I'm wondering if when quarterbacks come into situations that get drafted, for the most part, it's the terrible teams. I'm wondering if now that Mitch Trubisky is sitting out, if he can be like a Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill came into a Miami organization his rookie season that was terrible, dysfunctional, went through a million coaches and GMs and all this other stuff. Now he's with a new team, playing better. I wonder if that's just the curse of being a top pick going to a bad organization. Can Mitch Trubisky go somewhere else, be like Ryan Tannehill, and succeed?
I mean, for a while, we thought that he was going to take over the AFC or the NFC. I mean, him and Aaron Rodgers were the talk of the town for 2 years, and then what happened? He just
Yeah,
he
so
just fell off.
let's see if he's benched now. So I don't know if they're just gonna trade him away like they did Marcus Mariota in Tennessee and let Tannehill take over. But hopefully he gets a fresh start somewhere else and he can play like everybody thinks he can.
I mean, Calvin Ridley once again, red hot. I think my biggest takeaway though for this is Tariq Cohen out with the ACL tear. That's
Oh
that's
yeah,
devastating.
yeah. Chicago don't
That's
even know how
big.
to use Tariq Cohen. He could be a little
I
Tyreek
mean, they
Hill.
don't, but I don't think their running back now is going to be their workhorse. I think it's going to be a pass
David
heavy game
Montgomery.
now.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a pass heavy game, and hopefully they get touches with him. But once again, I mean, Falcons had a blowout game. Calvin Ridley had 5 for 110. He had 13 targets that game.
Yep. Look for Calvin really to have a huge impact next week against Green Bay, especially if
Especially if
Julio's still
Julio,
sitting.
yeah. And Todd
Uh,
Gurley once again. I mean, what's going on with him?
he ain't the
He's
center.
he's good. He's struggling. Like is he not? It's a new team? Is he not 100% healthy? Like what is it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but blowing leads ain't helping. Ain't
No,
helping this
it's not.
case.
All right.
Next up, I got Carolina versus the Chargers. Carolina won 21-16.
Man, can we thank you for Justin Herbert? He
This,
has given Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler a blow up in fantasy points. Like helped my team recover. I mean, Austin Eckler, 12 rushes for 59 yards and 11 catches for 84 yards, and a touchdown.
Mhm.
He wasn't getting that kind of love with Tyrod.
Nope. Let's see. The coach said when Tyrod's healthy, Tyrod's the guy. I'm not sure, man. Let the kid play. This is your franchise player for the future, anyways. I don't see him being hurt by not having success. He's just not having success now. They had a first few games that were tough. I say let the kid play even when Tyrod's healthy. And
Do you think
we'll
they should do like what Miami did and let Tua watch a veteran quarterback play for a year and form into a franchise quarterback?
I think that was their plan, but I mean, when Tyrod got hurt and the kid knew he had to play like 10 minutes before kickoff and he almost beat the Kansas City Chiefs, I mean,
Yeah,
I think the time is now.
yeah. I think the best thing about this game though was for Mike Davis.
Oh, yeah, Christian McCaffrey's out. Mike Davis went crazy.
Woo. I hope if anybody picked him off waivers that you started him this week because 13 rushes for 46 yards, but he was 8 for 8 for 45 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's a receiver. He's a receiving back that's huge. Oh man. Next up, we had Cleveland versus the Washington football team. That's terrible. The Washington football team. It's like generic. 34-20. Cleveland wins big.
Yeah. Fantasy wise, I'm staying away from any Browns receivers
Hmm.
from now on. Odell, Landry. I think Odell's droppable at this point. Like he's just not getting the love. Like if their names aren't Kareem Hunt or Nick Chubb, I'm not putting them in my lineup ever. You know,
Yeah, I feel
like
that.
Nick. Like if you have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt on the same team, like that is your starting running back and either your flex or your running back two immediately.
Yeah, yeah,
Like four touchdowns combined almost every week for the two of them. I'll take that anytime.
for sure. Next up, Detroit 26, Arizona 23. I thought Arizona had that game.
That was a sad
Um,
game. Yeah.
Detroit's coach, ex Patriot coach, he had his head on the chopping block. He saved himself for at least one more week. I think he's definitely in the hot seat along with Allen Gase if he does not turn this Detroit team around.
Something needs to change.
Yeah, I think he's like six in like 20 something losses over the past 2 seasons, which is terrible, especially coming from somebody that came from under Belichick.
Belichick, yeah. I mean, Matthew Stafford, he's their franchise quarterback. Like he's a good quarterback. I know Kenny Galladay with him being hurt the first 2 weeks. He
Hmm.
was just like I don't think he was 100% that game.
Yeah, but he definitely
So
had a day, so
yeah,
they definitely missed him. Let me see. Tennessee, 31, Minnesota
oof,
30. Minnesota is 0-3. That once nasty purple people eater defense is completely terrible now. They've continued to either get blown out or blow leads just like the Falcons, and they allowed Tennessee to come back and win the game.
yeah. Kirk Cousins is just inconsistent. Like one game, like he's like the talk of the town, and then the next he's like, what happened? You know?
They gave that boy that super mega extension to go to Minnesota, and he has not provided. He won that one playoff game. Was it last year or the year before? That was it.
I think it was last year against the Saints
Yep, that's
because
it.
it was 2 years, maybe 2 years ago.
Hmm. Yep.
But I mean, Justin Jefferson though, holy moly!
I told one of my friends, I was like, "Yo, sit. You
Oh,
could sit. You might as well. You could drop Justin Jefferson. He did it. He kept him on the team,
he did it.
but
He
he
did
had
keep
him on
him.
the
All
bench.
right.
He had him on the bench, and Justin Jefferson put up crazy numbers. Not his rookie debut, but definitely his first standout performance as a rookie.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't play him just yet. Give him a few. Now that
Yeah,
you can see what his potential is, like he's definitely like a top waiver ad this week, probably.
definitely, definitely.
Like if
Uh,
you're looking for a receiver, because Julio's hurt, Devontae Adams is still a little banged up. I mean, there's other injuries we'll talk about in a couple more games, but I mean, he's someone to look at. Like if he can be what Stephon Diggs' replacement should be, him and Adam Thielen are going to eat this year if Kirk Cousins can stay positive.
yeah, Stephon Diggs having nice games, really nice games here in Buffalo. The Buffalo people love him.
Yeah.
So I know Kirk Cousins is missing him bad.
What?
Next up, we had Tampa Bay 28, Denver 10. As we know, Von Miller
Man,
out, Drew Lock out, Cortland Sutton out. Just Denver's beat up in a lot of key positions, and freaking Brady loves him some Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. I'll tell you that.
Chris Godwin is hurt though. That's the problem.
He got hurt. Yes, he did.
Hamstring. I guess I don't know what to do with that. I mean, can Chris Godwin come back from this? Can he stay healthy? It's gonna be Mike Evans' team now, I guess.
Yep, and I don't know. Gronk not doing what he does. He said this week that he is a blocking tight end and he did not expect 4 receptions. That right there makes him droppable because he's
You
just
came
not the
out of
same.
retirement to become a blocking tight end.
Yeah,
Should have stayed on the couch. What are you doing?
I'm a blocking tight end. Boy, no, you're not. You're a Super Bowl champion that used to break records. But now
Yeah,
that
you
he's out of
definitely need to get.
retirement, I don't know. He's droppable to me.
Yeah. I mean, Broncos offense looked terrible. I mean, I know Tampa Bay's defense is nice, but I mean, Melvin Gordon, he struggled that game. I mean, he's gonna have a better week this week because I mean they're going against the Jets. I mean,
Hmm.
if you have Melvin Gordon, you're obviously starting him against the Jets.
Yeah, definitely
But Mike
start.
Evans, though,
Yeah,
man, you ready for that? You see that stat line? Two
same.
receptions, 2 yards,
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
Saved my
But
day, boy.
14 points though. I'll take 14 points from that.
Yeah, I saw
And
that stat line. I got him in the league. I was like, how the hell this man got so many points? He only got 2 yards, both of them touchdowns.
but Bucks backfield though, I'm staying away from. I don't know about you.
Yeah,
Ronald Jones, Fournette, I'm out of that business. They're on the
until
bench until
yeah,
further
until
notice.
until Arians figures out if he wants to have Fournette be the guy or Jones be the guy, I definitely have them sitting. But like you said, with that new QB coming in this Thursday, look for them to run the ball as much as possible with Melvin Gordon or use Noah Fant as a security blanket because this guy does not know
Yeah,
his receivers. So I look for them to just simple handoffs and little curl routes for Noah Fant. That's really it.
yeah.
All right. Next up, we got New England, Las Vegas, 36-20. New England takes it. Cam Newton became a meme this week with the
Wow. I can't believe that.
Cam Newton is looking really nice. A lot of people said, "Oh, Belichick doesn't like those kind of quarterbacks." Belichick loves him, loves his personality, and Cam's a
It's
leader.
working.
All offseason, people slept on Cam, had him out of a job for months, working and grinding, and you seeing it on the field.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 17 for 28 with 1 touchdown. I mean, he's no Brady, of course, but he's filling the part in a New England quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he's allowing his mobility to change that Patriots offense. Patriots running backs have never been something you pick up in fantasy. But this week, Burkhead and Sony Michelle went off, and that's not like I said. They always have
I would
trash
have
running
never
backs.
guessed Burkhead though. You know what I'm
Burkhead,
saying? I
yeah,
would have never picked up Burkhead off waivers and placed him on my team and played him. Like there is no sense of confidence ever in that. But he had like 34 points. Like,
yeah,
but it's a weird backfield that I stay away from because like next thing I can't. I mean, I
yeah.
know James White with the passing of his father. I mean, he's coming back soon. I don't know when, but will he get the love? Will Sony Michelle get the love? They have like a rookie running back, don't they?
I don't know.
Damian Harris, isn't that I think his name? I can't
Oh yeah,
remember.
yeah. Damian Harris from
But
Alabama.
yeah, but I mean, Patriots defense once again stepped up though. I mean, they shut Darren Waller completely down. I mean,
Hmm.
he didn't have a good fantasy week. Josh Jacobs didn't have a good fantasy week. I mean, 16 carries for 71 yards is nice, I guess, but for fantasy wise, like it was a stinker.
7 points. Yep. Yep. That's
Yeah,
something to keep your eye on. Everybody already knows if it wasn't Brady, you never pick a New England receiver or a running back because they give it to
yep,
everybody.
they share the love.
Yeah. Next up, we have Seattle beating Dallas 38-31. Where's Jonah at?
What a
Jonah,
game!
Jonah, if you
Oh,
see this boy,
Jonah.
your Cowboys are dookie.
Dookie. The only thing on that team is Zeke. No, I'm just playing.
And he
No,
was
it
acting
was a good
dookie
game.
the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, he without that touchdown, he had a bad fantasy week. So I mean, luckily, of course, Zeke's always going to eat at the goal line. I mean, you can't not give Zeke the ball at the goal line. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Seattle, Russell Wilson never received an MVP vote, but boy, this year he trying to get it. Tyler
He's cooking.
Lockett
That's all it
looking
is.
crazy, DK crazy, and Tyler Lockett was pissing me. June was watching the game. She's like, "This guy dropped so many balls, but all the ones that he did catch were touchdowns. It didn't
Touchdowns, straight
matter."
touchdowns. I mean, yeah, Tyler Lockett had he had 100 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns.
Hmm.
3 touchdowns. That's in the first half alone.
The first half, he
DK, I
went
mean, even
crazy.
DK Metcalf had four receptions for 110 yards and one touchdown.
One touchdown to win the game.
Should have had two. Should have had two touchdowns though, but he got a little cocky. Ball got slapped. I can't
Trayvon,
believe that.
Trayvon Diggs, a rookie corner, Stephon Diggs' little brother, smacked the ball right out of DK's hands, making it. Hey, at least the yards counted, but the touchdown did not
Oh,
with the touchback. The yards definitely counted, but it counted as a fumble into the
yeah.
back
And
touchback.
any Seattle offense is an immediate start. You're starting Russell Wilson. You're starting DK Metcalf. You're starting Tyler Lockett. Tight ends. I don't know,
Maybe Hollister, I
but
don't even know.
if those top three, I mean, Chris Carson is hurt now. I mean,
Yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, definitely Russell Wilson in your top. You don't ever bench him. You don't ever bench DK. You don't ever bench Tyler Lockett just because
uh,
any offense they're playing. I mean, they play Miami next week. Like
yeah,
that,
that's Eden.
give me those points, please.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
even the Cowboys, they played good. I mean, Michael Gallup had 6 receptions for 138 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb's definitely playing the part. I'm so mad that the Jets did not pick up a receiver first and allowed a guy like CeeDee Lamb to go to Dallas. He's looking nice. He's looking nice at the beginning of his career.
But as this Jet season goes on, I'm glad we didn't go receiver. Like if we went with CeeDee Lamb, like he'd have been terrible.
He
You
would
know
have
what
been
I'm saying?
wasted talent. Yeah,
Like he is thriving in that offense with all those like Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Zeke. You have all those people, and CeeDee Lamb still getting the ball 6 times for
yeah,
close to 100 yards every week. And
yeah,
then the biggest surprise was Cedric Wilson Jr.
yeah. I seen that. He went
Who
off.
is that?
I don't
Who is
know. He
that?
went off.
That practice squad? Like that was like, you know what? Let's throw a curveball and let's get him off the practice
Get
squad.
this guy off the street and throw him onto a field on Sunday.
He had 5 catches for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, what is that?
Yep.
That was a
Uh,
good game though.
it was next up. We got San Francisco and the Giants. The Giants
Man,
are already terrible. They're missing Saquon 36-9 with a San Francisco practice squad on defense and a backup QB and a
still put up
backup
points
running back.
though. That defense
Yeah.
still decent.
Jared McKinnon went off. I don't think George Kittle was back, so Jordan Reed had some play time there.
He got hurt though. He
He
hurt
did get
his
hurt.
he hurt his ankle in the first quarter. He went go checked it out, came back and got hurt again. They forced him to get off the field. They said you can't come back no more.
That's it.
But the good thing about that is though Kittle will be back next week. They say
Yes,
because they are
sir.
playing back in San Francisco.
Yeah, Daniel Jones, that O line still needs some help. Missing Saquon bad. Once Odell left, I thought Sterling Shepard was going to be that guy. Golden Tate,
He can't
I
stay
thought
healthy.
I thought Golden Tate was going to come in and at least help. Evan Ingram's not doing anything, and that Giants secondary defense in general, but that secondary is terrible and gets
It's
torched every
terrible.
game.
I mean, their receivers can't stay healthy. I mean, Ingram drops balls every half play and a half. Like even their running backs, like with Saquon leaving, like there was talk that those Michael or the Gallum and they added Devonta Freeman. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like they were waiver ads this week or past week. They were terrible.
Yeah,
Like that O line is terrible. I'm staying away from any Giants backfield. You know what I'm
hmm,
saying? Like until proven otherwise, like I'm not. There's no way I'm playing any of them.
yeah. Giants definitely not tanking, but just they're going to be in that position at the end of the year.
But 49ers receiver though, Brandon Ayuk from Arizona.
Rookie, yeah,
It looks nice. Looks nice. I might
yeah.
be a waiver ad for a receiver to stash on the bench for
Nice to have
this,
him,
but
especially with Debo Samuel hurting himself this offseason. They needed another guy.
yeah. But Devo's coming back this week, I think, too. So he's gonna get that number one receiver role back. So we'll see.
It'd still be nice to have Brandon Ayuk in the slot. Next up, we got
Yes.
Green Bay, New Orleans. Green Bay 37, New Orleans 30. Uh, Saints just having a rough few games. They got a tough schedule, so you can't really blame the loss. But last week, I definitely seen Drew Brees struggle without Michael Thomas. This week again, But Aaron Rodgers is looking hot. He
He's
said,
looking nice.
You drafted Jordan Love to replace me? I'm not Brett Favre,
Yeah,
man.
he's definitely improving off. I mean, Devontae Adams had that for great first game, ended up getting hurt the second game, ended up missing the week this past week, but those receivers stepped up, and Aaron Rodgers has definitely proved that even without Devontae Adams, he can still lead that team to the Saints. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and this is something, man. I don't remember Green Bay ever having a running game like that. But Aaron Jones, these past 2 seasons,
Oh,
crazy,
yeah. If
crazy
you read draft right now, I mean, Aaron Jones is probably going top 10.
for sure. I got him. I got him, boy.
Do you? Yeah, it's nice.
All right, man. The not game of the week. Cincinnati, Philadelphia tied
Oh my
23-23.
God.
I had Cincinnati finally getting Joe Burrow's first win. Joe Burrow's looking nice, man. I'm not even gonna front. And he's been playing real nice with an offensive line that's pretty trash. Um, he's still been playing nice.
Yeah, definitely. It's Bengals though. They always will have a tie somewhere in their record. And unfortunately, with the Eagles, I mean, the Eagles are just as terrible. I mean, the only good thing about out of this game is you finally saw T. Higgins.
Yeah, yeah. T.
Like,
Higgins.
sad to say, AJ Green is most likely leaving this offseason. And it's going
Yeah.
to be Tyler Boyd and it's going to be T. Higgins' show. And
Oh,
maybe John Ross, you'll see John Ross come back.
yeah, I definitely seen AJ Green. I thought he was gonna get traded this offseason. John
They
Ross
put that tag
was
on him, though.
I know John Ross. Well, they had to keep him. They had to keep him somehow because you're not gonna bring in Joe Burrow, who just had probably one of the best college one season
Yeah.
ever, and not keep his top receiver, like have him start fresh
But
with a trash O line. So
you also can't keep AJ Green and allow him to only get 3 catches for 23 yards. Like that's not possible.
yeah,
But Tyler Boyd's definitely stepping into that wide receiver one position. I know just before the Sunday passed, like 2 minutes before the game starts, I picked up T. Higgins, I dropped somebody on my bench and played with my flex, and it played off. Like he had 22 points for me.
yeah,
He had he led them in targets and also red zone targets, 2 for 2. He had 2 touchdowns in the red zone, so they might not miss AJ Green after all.
yeah. I look for Joe Burrow to continue his streak and have a. I'm hoping he gets his first week win this week. And
Yeah,
the game I don't want to talk about.
here it is. Monday Night Football. What do you think? How did you like that game?
Lamar had 870. Was it 790 passing yards?
He had 83
Yeah,
actually.
there you go. Lamar had 83 passing yards. Travis
Not bad
Kelsey
for a running back.
definitely playing like one yesterday. Travis Kelsey was eating us up. Tavon Young is out for the season. He's our like third corner, but he's definitely one of the more physical ones. And boy, it's
Yeah,
Patrick
Travis
Mahomes.
Kelsey.
It's Patrick Mahomes. What can you say? It's Patrick Mahomes.
I think I mean, don't get me wrong, Lamar Jackson is great, but they pushed this rivalry too soon. You know what I'm saying? Give it time to develop. Let Lamar find himself. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, like you saw, like in the playoffs against the Titans, they got behind quick.
Hmm.
And they stuck to the game plan where it's Lamar Jackson runs the ball still, like on 3rd and 7, and he runs the ball. Like you can't do that. I mean, that whole offense was not clicking.
Yeah, my
Like
big thing.
multiple drop passes.
Oh yeah, my big thing coming into this off season, I definitely wanted a wide receiver. It wasn't one of our needs, but in reality, it is one of our needs. Marquise Brown
It's
is a
absolutely one of your needs.
Marquise Brown is just a big play guy, and you see it all the time. He's not a down to down guy, um, and we focused on defense a lot. We have maybe the number one defense in the league,
Oh yeah,
but
Patrick Queen was a nice ad.
Patrick McQueen is nice. But We need a wide receiver. I'm glad Calais Campbell's looking nice too for us.
Yeah,
We got him
thank God.
out of Jacksonville for a steal, a fifth round pick.
Yeah, I don't even. Okay, I can't even tell you the Ravens wide receiver too. The Mark Andrews.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing. Mark Andrews didn't do nothing.
He had a lot of
My
drop passes. A lot of drop passes.
Miles Boykin, Devin Duvernay out of University of Texas returned
Who
that kick.
who
He
who is
returned
that?
it. He returned that kick. He's a Tyreek Hill type of build. But like I said, I wish we kind of would
Mark
have
Ingram
signed.
was terrible.
We should have signed Des Bryant when we had a chance. We should have
Yeah,
just brought in Antonio Brown, something.
Mark Ingram struggled.
Yeah, J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins looked. I mean, he might be. It might be a switch soon to full J.K. Dobbins, and I hope that pays off because in one of my leagues, he is currently my running back 2. And I mean, he's getting me solid points every week, like 8. Not terrible, but my team's pretty stacked enough, so I don't have to worry about it. But I hope soon that part changes over because they're Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews got me 20 points combined last night
Yeah,
for fantasy.
yeah, homeboy did
Luckily,
nothing.
I was ahead, but I mean, is Mark Andrews droppable yet? Like that's 3 games now. It's been terrible.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't think so. He's always the red zone
No, of
guy.
course not. No, of course not. But it's just one of those things where it's like, can you trade Mark Andrews for like
Plus
Hunter
the
Henry?
value, yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, it's their time. They have an easier schedule, of course. I mean, you don't really expect a lot out of the Chiefs playing them, but
Yeah,
they're very good ahead.
out of our entire Ravens actually have the easiest schedule compared to last year's record. Patriots have the toughest. So other than this Kansas City team, there's maybe 2 other games I think we'll lose that we're favored to lose, but I think we're good.
Oh
Before we
yeah.
jump into the stardom situms, Lotto is going to go ahead and talk about that Thursday night game because that's his team.
Ah, that's not what I'm looking forward to at
Little
all.
preview of Jets Denver. Let me know. Let me know.
Oh man. Well, both teams are 0-3. So one team has to come out with a victory. I hope.
Or they could tie like the Bengals.
I I don't want to be at this age where I witness a 0-16 Jets. I don't want that at all. Like, I mean, Giants have seen that. Miami has seen that. Bengals have seen that. I don't want to see that. Like, our
Yeah.
team has too much, potential for this to happen. But any person on the Broncos for fantasy wise, like you're starting, you know, like Melvin Gordon, like you're starting, Jerry Judy, you're probably starting. Noah Fant, you're starting. Like I'll even pick up the quarterback where they're playing and I'll start them against the Jets. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even know that. You don't even know that
Don't
guy.
even know who it is. Like there's Driscoll, there's Ripon, and then they picked up Blake Bortles after the Drew Lock injury. So I mean, who knows? Blake Bortles may make a comeback.
Blake Bortles about to beat a playoff Bortles that one
Yeah,
year.
but
Yeah, all
I
right.
mean, anything with Denver's you play against the Jets. Jets you stay away from. You stay away from the receivers. I mean, if Jamison Crowder is healthy, low end flex play probably. I mean, he's going to get the volume, of course, but he's probably going to get 39 targets for 56
For
yards. You know what I'm
40
saying?
yards, but yeah.
But only thing I'm starting is probably the Jets defense.
Yep. New
I mean,
QB,
they're new QB, new
rookie
rookie receivers. I mean,
receivers.
they're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
So that's one of my top defenses I'm gonna start streaming this week. So hopefully something plays off. And if we lose this game, it's Adam Gase's probably last game.
Get him out of there. He
And
should have never
he
been back after the Miami years. What are they
how
thinking?
how do we have all that potential to go with a coach and we get Adam Gase? Like where in Miami did the Jets organization say, you know what?
I want
He,
that
he, he's
guy.
on he's onto something, That's a brilliant
The
offensive
guy
mind.
that's
Like
taken every year. I want him.
give me him. I want him right now. And I mean, it
Yeah.
helped because they got Tua. You know what I'm saying? Like they got their franchise quarterback. But I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
personally, like no, I think Sam still has time to be saved. But he just needs to get out of that Gase offense. And man, who would have thought box safety would have would matter to a defense so much. You know what I'm saying? Like Jamal Adams leaving is the worst thing for that team. Like, yeah,
And
he was a big mouth and he was talking his stuff, but pay the man.
right,
He's
yeah.
our number one player. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't want to build around a safety, of course, but you pay him to keep him, and he ripped the ball out of Daniel Jones's arms last year and took it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And
A,
now he's in Seattle making plays. You know what I'm saying? Like
a safety that's been in the league. This is his fourth year. You guys got him in the first round, I think. First
first
round.
round pick
First round.
from LSU.
3 years in the league, two Pro Bowls, probably top two rated safety by Football Focus. He's now Seattle's like leading pressure guy over a damn linebacker or lineman. The safety is just tearing it up in Seattle.
They didn't even need Jadeveon Clowney because they just put Jamal Adams there, and he look how he got to Prescott the
He's
entire
better
game.
than
He's in his
Jadeveon Clowney.
face. He's in his face the whole time. Like that's the thing that the Jets needed, and they got rid of it. And I mean, their replacement was Marcus May. They moved him from free safety over to safety, and I mean, it's not a terrible move, but he's no Jamal Adams, and it's just another part of this whole organization that's slowly starting to crumble.
Yeah, they picked up
But
that white boy Ashton Davis, right, from
from
Cal.
Cal,
Yeah,
but
from
he's
Cal.
nice though. I
He is
mean,
nice.
he,
He's no Jamal Adams, but I think I had him in one of my other series. I think Ashton
yeah,
Davis would be okay. Just not right
yeah.
now.
But hopefully, I think with that game though, I think the Jets will still pull off the victory somehow. I mean, I don't see a new quarterback for the Broncos offense doing much production. I think it's gonna be a Melvin Gordon and Noah Fant heavy game.
Yeah,
So, but I mean, I still think the better team will be the Jets, unfortunately. But that's
unfortunately,
Thursday night football.
that's from a Jets
That's
fan,
gonna
guys.
that's Thursday night football for you. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Um. All right. Let's jump into it. Starting with quarterbacks.
Ooh,
Um.
my favorite.
Quarterbacks. I got Joe Burrow as a starter against Jacksonville.
Yeah, if he's still on your waivers somehow, you need to add him to your team. Like you're not going to start him if you have
Even
Lamar
though,
Jackson or Patrick Mahomes, or Dak Prescott or obviously Josh Allen. I mean, you're not going to.
yeah, yeah.
But if
But
you
for a
have
bye week,
Tannehill, yeah, he's definitely a quick buy and fill, and he's shown value over the first 3 weeks of his rookie career. Like, I need more Joe Burrow quickly.
for sure. This is an easy pick for starting. Jared Goff versus the terrible Giants.
Oh, easily. I mean, once again, he showed his potential last week against the Bills. Um, Cooper Kupp had a good game. Robert Woods had a good game.
Oh,
Tyler Higbee not so much, but man, that running back, that boy is nice.
Henderson.
Henderson, yeah. But it's once again, you don't know who's going to be. Is it going to be Henderson? Is it going to be Malcolm Brown?
Yeah, with
Cam
Malcolm
Akers is
Brown,
still
Cam
hurt.
Akers hurt, so I look for
I think it's going to be
Henderson.
Henderson show.
If at least this week, I think it'll be Henderson. After that,
Yeah,
I don't know. I
but yeah,
got
if you have
another.
Henderson, flex play that one. Yeah, that's nice.
Let me see one of your starts. Let me see one of your starts.
Starts of the week. Let's see. I
QB.
have QB Josh Allen.
Oh, of
Against
course, of course.
of course, anytime Josh Allen is playing, you start him. Only time you don't play him is your bye week. Even in the bye week, I'm probably going to play him. You know what I'm saying? He's going to
Yeah.
be my lineup.
Yeah, like I said, I live in Buffalo, so I listen to Buffalo sports radio. These people up here are like the savages, just like Philly fans. They give up on players super quick, but they gave Josh Allen. I was at a grocery store. They gave this man his own cereal. So hey, they love some
Really.
Josh Allen. Another start
Yeah,
I
I
got.
mean,
This is risky. I'm gonna say
I
Deshaun
like risky.
Watson versus Minnesota because
Ooh, I can
Minnesota's
see
been
that.
blowing it. Minnesota's been blowing it, and I know he ain't
But the
got the
problem with
weapons.
that, yeah, that's the problem. That's the main problem is he doesn't have the weapons. I mean, Will Fuller can't be healthy all the time. Like I said, Randall Cobb led the team in
Yeah,
targets. He's old. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's still good, but
him as a slot guy. Yeah, yeah. But that's my
Another,
risky.
yeah, I think my risky. Nah, they all got good matchups. But look for Kyler Murray to have a better year or a better game
Yeah,
against the Panthers.
yeah, yeah,
Same thing with Kenyon Drake. I mean, Panthers D is terrible as well. I mean, I know he's had a couple off games lately, but Carolina's defense is hurting. So look for him to get some yards on that one.
for sure. My last two stardoms, I got Matt Stafford. That's another risky one, and Big Ben. I look for them to have good games at least those days. Just if you
Yeah,
don't
Big
have a
Ben
star,
definitely.
if you don't have a star quarterback, I think Matt Stafford had a nice game versus New Orleans. Detroit, like they seem to be down, and they shouldn't be. They shouldn't have the record they have. DeAndre Swift dropped that touchdown
Yeah,
for the win that first week. Matt Stafford's a good quarterback, so
yeah, and they Kenny Galladay's getting healthy again, and hopefully they can get the wheels flowing and getting this offense to where it should be. I mean, Adrian Peterson's still Adrian Peterson, but sooner or later, DeAndre Swift's going to get that starting role,
it's
and that
crazy.
offense is going to be nasty.
Adrian Peterson's still balling, bro. It makes no sense.
Hey, I mean, who would you rather have, Adrian Peterson or Frank Gore? I'm going to
Oh
pick
yeah,
Adrian
I'm
Peterson.
I'm
To be
picking
honest
Adrian
with you,
Peterson for sure.
like, I mean, I don't know about you, but if you watch the Jets game, I mean, they give Frank Gore the ball 90% of the time.
Oh
They
yeah.
didn't give Le'Veon the ball 90% of the time. What are we doing here?
right. You got any more starts? Or we jumping into the sits?
Now we can talk about some receivers you like this week.
Okay, let's go to the receivers real quick. I got Julio Jones is out. Calvin Ridley versus Green Bay.
Oh,
It's gonna be a
easily,
shootout.
easily. Calvin Ridley, or if Russell Gage can get healthy again. I mean, I know he was
Yeah.
in concussion
No
protocol, but
idea who that
once
guy
again,
was, but that first week, all three of them had 100 yards.
I'll take it.
That's
Sign me
right.
up. Another running or receiver to look for, Tyler Lockett once again.
Yeah, I got both Tyler Lockett. I've mixed the pick. I said both Seahawks receivers,
Oh,
both of them
oh,
versus
easily.
Miami.
Yeah.
Um, I
Tyler Lockett had 37 points last week.
yeah,
37 points.
I look for
Now
them to
they're
have a big
playing
game,
Miami.
big games.
Like, I want everything of Tyler Lockett. I want everything of DK Metcalf. I want it all.
Yeah,
Um,
I got another duo pick: Robert Woods and Cooper Cup versus the Giants. Both of them,
yes,
both of
easily.
them.
I know Cooper Cup is definitely the wide receiver two of the picks, I believe,
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
mean he's more big play dependent. But I mean he still showed that. I mean he had 25 points last week. Like
yeah.
I mean
They're
yeah, it
playing the
was
Giants.
I, those two on your team, you're starting them easily. Um, Allen Robinson,
Yes,
the Bears, with
yeah. With
Trubisky
Foles.
being benched. Trubisky being benched is probably the best thing that Bears offense is going to happen to them, in
For
my
sure.
opinion.
Yeah.
Allen Robinson had 30 points last week. He had almost two touchdowns. He had one taken away in the end zone for some interception, like ripped it out of his hands, unfortunately. But that whole offense, I mean, Anthony Miller as well. He might be he's just something to look at down the line. Not nothing just this yet,
Yeah.
but definitely down the line. Keep your eye on him.
I
See what
got him
that
as a
happens.
sit
Because
this week, just because it is Indianapolis. Indianapolis has a decent
their
defense.
defense,
So
their
Anthony Miller
defense
I got
is
as a
the
sit.
their defense. Indianapolis defense is how the New England's defense was last year.
Yep.
It was that juggernaut. I mean, they had that defense alone had 30 points. You should know because you played somebody in our league that we're in.
Yeah.
Had both their kicker and their defense, and I think combined they had 50 points against you.
Yeah, yeah. That guy beat me
How'd
by
you do it,
100
Ali?
points. He beat me by
Oh,
like
he beat
100.
you by 100. There's no way.
Never
Hold
seen that.
on.
He said you gotta check that. I'm pretty
I gotta
sure he beat
check
me
that,
by
dude.
100. While you
There's
checking
no
that,
way.
another start I got Tyler Boyd versus Jacksonville.
Yeah, he
Um,
beat you 213 to 138. Holy moly.
I
His team is
told you.
stacked.
Yeah, I told you. He had Eckler. He had like all the oddballs just going off.
His team right now is literally our stardoms of the week. You start Josh Allen, you start Kamara, you start Eckler, you start Juju, you start Calvin Ridley, you start all of them.
Yeah, that's why
And he got
he killed me.
213 points on you. He just and this week, Wow, this week he's projected 150 points. How are you projected 100? I'm done.
My
Take my
sleeper
money right now.
sleeper picks. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Justin Jefferson as a sleeper,
Okay.
super flex, versus Houston.
And
As
deeper
you've seen,
leagues?
Houston's been terrible.
Yeah, I think
Oh
like 8-man leagues and 10-man leagues, you don't quite put him as a flex just yet, but like 12-man teams and up, yeah, I think he's probably a flex play this week.
yeah. Also super like a super deep. Titans wide receivers. Well, there's Adam Humphries, Davis.
Um,
That's
yeah,
super flex. Because Pittsburgh's defense is really nice, but I'm projecting that Pittsburgh's going to be up really early, so all they're going to be able to do
yeah,
is throw the ball.
yeah. I think I have a couple sleepers. I have just Jeff Wilson Jr. for the San Francisco.
Mhm. Yeah,
I know McKinnon got hurt during that
yeah,
game as well. I mean,
yeah.
Mostert still's hurt. That whole 49ers team is injury. It's all it is.
I low key tank for a top pick.
I mean, there's like six
they
teams right now tanking.
they can't though because they keep winning.
Yeah, it's bad. Another one for Philadelphia for any Eagles fans out there. Greg Ward. He's somebody to look at. I know Eagles receivers are definitely hurting right now. I mean, their rookie that they just
Always
drafted, he's
hurting.
already out. Um, Goddard, he's hurt. That's
Yeah,
that's
Dallas
big.
Ertz, Zach Ertz ain't the
But that
same.
but that I mean, hopefully with those people out, I mean they're still hurting regardless. I mean, Deshaun Jackson's hurt now too. I mean, the only thing they're hoping for now is Alshon Jeffrey to come back.
Yeah,
And I mean, Greg Ward had all the touches last week. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that, and I think the last person would be Carlos Hyde. That's my sleeper of
Carlos
the week.
Hyde. Yeah,
That's
with
if Chris
Carson.
Carson is hurt.
Yeah, with Carson out, they got Carlos Hyde and they got that Homer kid, Travis Homer. So that might be another one to look out. Travis Homer, Carlos
Yeah,
Hyde. Um, yeah, let's jump into running backs. My
I
start,
love running backs.
my start. This is also I'm not naming the obvious. I'm not gonna say you know start the stars, but
Start Kamara, start Cook.
right.
Obviously, you're going to start those players.
This guy has been somebody that's been kind of inconsistent, but the touches after week one have been incredible. James Conner versus the Titans. That's a flex, but that the way James Conner's been playing the past 2 weeks, he's just out touching Benny Snell by double,
Yeah,
by
he
double.
can't stay healthy either.
Yeah,
It's every year I come into the draft and James Conner is always sitting there, and it's like, do I really want to trust him this year? And I don't draft him, and
yeah.
then I watch the first few weeks, and then he gets injured, and I'm like, that's why I don't
That's
trust him.
why. Yeah, yeah,
But when he is healthy, he's so productive. I me's already had back-to-back 100+ weeks, you know.
yeah.
But it's just one of those things where you got to play with caution because it's playing with fire. I mean, he's injured every other week, so we'll see.
Yeah, another one. I say Melvin Gordon versus the Jets. We
Yeah,
already talked
unfortunately.
about that
So,
one.
yep.
Melvin Gordon versus the Jets. I think he'll be real nice versus the Jets defense.
Oh man, it's terrible. I think I have two for those running backs. Mike Davis. I know we talked about that with the Carolina
Carolina
recap.
Panthers. Yeah,
Man, he's not going to replace Christian McCaffrey at all. As soon as Christian McCaffrey is
yeah.
12% healthy, he's going to play. You know what I'm saying?
But it's just so
But
easy to plug him in. He has the same type of style of play as Christian
if you were
McCaffrey.
lucky to get last Wednesday to get that waiver ad to get Mike Davis, like I hope you plugged him in for a flex play this week because he paid off. He did 23 points. You know,
Yeah,
that volume is there for them.
yeah. Who's your other guy?
James Robinson.
James Wright. I got him too. Yeah, versus
Oh
Cincinnati.
man, I picked him off waivers week one because he made a little ripple in the water, and I'm like, I bid on it, and then week two he was just like,
Yeah,
I need
last
a
week
spot
went
for I
off.
need a spot for a receiver off waivers, and I was like, I'm pretty set at running backs. I don't need the depth. I'll drop him. Well, I drop him, and he's a clear running back too now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
he's definitely one of those running backs where it's like, yeah, you're gonna play him from now on.
Shoot. My last one, well, last two, I got Daryl Henderson at least for this
Yep.
week against the Giants, Rams
Yeah.
running back, and I got Kenyon Drake versus the Panthers. Without Luke Kuechly, that defense is real leaky. My boy Trey
Mm,
Boston, my nigga Trey. I'm sorry, brother, but y'all need some help on that defense.
need some help.
You want to go ahead and let's move on to tight ends. Or you got any sleeper picks for running back or sit-ems or?
Sleeper for running backs? I don't think so.
I'm gonna say David Johnson.
Honestly, I think
I'm gonna say David Johnson versus the Vikings. Just because that
versus the
Vikings D is,
Vikings,
I can't trust it. I used to love
they
Vikings D, but I don't know.
but David
I know,
Johnson's one of those players too,
I
though, man,
know.
where it's like
Super
you
sleeper.
draft him with high value, and it's like he doesn't perform well.
After
You know what
week
I'm
one,
saying?
he didn't perform well, but I don't know.
The volume's there, though. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he's getting the
yeah,
touches, but he's just not doing anything with it. That offensive line is just
terrible.
it's terrible.
Yeah, yeah. And I low key, maybe a Todd Gurley sleeper. Maybe. Devin
Uh,
Singletary sleeper.
right now, I'm trying to trade Todd Gurley. I'm trying to get him off my team right now. I have a couple potentials, but he's splitting targets with Brian Hill. Like, who even is Brian Hill?
Right.
Like Falcons fans, what do you or not Falcons fans, but or what are you doing? You have Todd Gurley,
All right.
and in goal line spots, you're throwing the ball and not giving it to him. What are you doing?
It's crazy. Let's go ahead and move on to tight ends. I got Jimmy Graham as a start. He's looking like OG Jimmy Graham the past few
Hope
weeks.
so.
Yeah,
I
with
hope it's
Aaron
not a fluke.
Rodgers. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Jimmy Graham, top tight end in the league a few years ago,
Yep.
traded, fell off hard, but
He's bounced from a couple teams, but I mean, if he now that he's up with if they keep Nick Foles in there and they keep using Nick Foles,
well, he
he
with
might
Green Bay.
be a
He with Green
starting
Bay. He with Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers.
Jimmy Graham.
Yes, sir.
No, Jimmy Graham's with the Bears.
The Bears. Nah, you
Oh,
lying.
Ray. Hold on.
Oh hell!
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Boom, boom, room.
Boom, boom, room. Hold on. Stat check real quick.
Yeah. Wait, hold on now. With
Yeah,
the
dude. They did not.
Bears.
Yes, sir. They.
I put Jimmy Graham versus Chicago. My stoop. He was with Green Bay, wasn't he?
He
That
was
was
with Green Bay
last
last
year.
year. Yep. But in the offseason, they picked him up.
Ah. Hey, see? Hey, we ain't perfect.
I got you, man. I got you, man. Don't worry about that.
Hey, I also got, of course, Noah Fant as a start versus the Jets.
No fan. John Smith. It was him like last year though. Like he had a couple good weeks where it was John Smith's show, and then he fell off.
Yep.
And then it was between him and who was the other tight end running or Delaney Walker. It was bouncing
Delaney
between the two
Walker.
of them.
Yeah. Mhm.
I like John Smith. I have him in a couple of my leagues, and I hope he keeps performing like he is. Because I mean, without AJ Brown being there, like he's getting love. Him and Corey Davis are both getting
Yep. Corey
attention.
Davis. Yep. Another one I got, Mike Gesicki, Miami Dolphins tight end
Oh yeah,
against Seattle. Seattle's allowing, although they're winning, they're also allowing a lot of points. And man, Gesicki's been looking nice, man.
he's
He
another
tore
receiver on their
he
team
he
basically.
tore he torched the Bills.
I think last week he had a disappointing week. I think the touchdown saved him fantasy
Yeah,
purpose wise. But I mean,
yeah,
normally, I mean, he's putting up 100 points for a Dolphins tight end. Like that's a nice pickup if you're getting him on your team.
yeah. The tight ends I would say probably just any Bucks tight end. Just because
Yeah,
I don't
OJ
know.
Howard, um,
Gronk,
Ebron. Ebron's not getting the love.
he's in Pittsburgh.
I will say this though, but it's on the record because I won props for this. Mo Alley Cox will be one of
Mo
the
Alley.
best tight ends coming up in this league this year.
I just had him as a sleeper, bro. Mo Alley Cox,
Oh man,
Indianapolis.
Jack Doyle. I don't know what's going on with him. I mean,
Terrible.
I want Mo Alley Cox on my team. You know what I'm saying? Like I have Kelsey and Mo Alley Cox. Obviously, I'm not going to bench
Right, right.
Kelsey,
Kelsey.
but for that bye week that he's not there, I will. I'm feeling confident if he can keep up those numbers. I'm going to plug him in and play him. You know what I'm saying? Even if you
Yeah.
don't have a top tight end that you missed out. I mean, I know I drafted Kelsey pretty high. Some people they didn't get away with a tight end. I mean, that's if he's still available in a lot of leagues. So look out for him. Indianapolis tight end. I mean, just look what Phillip Rivers did last year with Hunter Henry. I mean, he loves his tight ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
So look for Mo Alley Cox.
All right. Let's move on to defense if you ain't got no more tight ends.
I don't think so. I mean, obviously you're going to start Mark Andrews with the down week. You're going to start Kelsey. You're going to start Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
Darren Waller played against a stingy Patriots defense, but you're still starting Darren Waller.
Yeah. Tyler Higbee.
Tyler Higbee. Evan Ingram, probably droppable at this point.
Get him out of there.
Like, he needs to be dropped in 100% of leagues. Like, I don't want to be mean against the Giants team, but without Saquon Barkley, like, there's no
over.
person on that. There's no one on that offense worth anything. I mean, I know last week was a big ad because it was the week Saquon got hurt, and who's going to get that running back position? You know what I'm saying? You had Gallman, you had the adding of Devonta Freeman, and Deion Lewis.
Yeah.
I don't think any of those players got over 2 points. Like, if you pick them off waivers, I hope you drop them for T. Higgins, Brandon Ayuk, anybody that's available. You need to drop them.
If you want to drop them for a tight end, you can even go Dalton Schultz from the Cowboys.
I do like him. He's definitely after the injury of their last tight end. I know.
Yeah.
He stepped up, and Dak Prescott likes him. But there's just so many targets to go around in there, and Dalton Schultz might have a good game. He might not have a good game. You know what I'm saying? Because Zeke's always gonna have a good game. Amari Cooper's gonna have a good game. Gallup. I mean, those are you don't really think about tight ends like that.
Right. Let's go ahead and move on to the defense. A lot of these might be kind of obvious. Starting the Rams defense versus the Giants.
Yep.
Low key.
Seahawks against Dolphins.
Low key. I keep saying it. I'm thinking Houston versus that Vikings defense. Or Houston defense versus the Vikings.
I can see that. I mean, Kirk Cousins is known for throwing those good old picks.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, obviously you're going to start the Saints. You're going to start. I mean, my pick of the week, like I said, is Jets against the Broncos.
I got both the Jets defense and the Denver defense as sleepers because it can go either way. The Jets can be the Jets, or the Jets are gonna feast on a rookie, or I don't even know, quarterback with a young offense. It can go either way. I got those as deep sleepers.
Yeah, I mean, Cardinals defense. I mean, I've started the Cardinals defense in a lot of leagues, and they're paying off. They're still available in a lot of leagues. So, Cardinals, look for their defense. Niners defense, obviously, you're going to start against Chiefs and Pats. I'm staying away from either one of those defenses this week.
High. Yeah, too high.
It's going to be too high of a point game. I mean, I know we said that same thing with Ravens and Chiefs, but you're going to start the Chiefs defense. I mean, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah. Another start, just because the defense itself has been playing real nice, even though I think they're 0-3, but that Bengals defense, well improved.
Yes.
Who'd they play? They played the Eagles. I think the Eagles had like not even 40 rushing yards. Like stopped them.
No, I don't know about 40 rushing yards. I know Miles Sanders definitely had his take. Yeah, he had about 92 yards. He had his rushing. It was mostly garbage time and overtime because
garbage time. Yeah.
How do you go to the overtime to the Broncos? Eagles just need to bench Carson Wentz and
Jalen Hurts time, baby.
Just play him, please.
No idea. I wanted Pittsburgh to draft Jalen Hurts. That would have been a nice succession after Big Ben was gone.
If it was possible, the only players I want to play for Philadelphia is Darius Slay. I mean, if you can pick a cornerback for
All
fantasy
right.
football, I want some of that because he's having a good year. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Um, I don't know. Kickers. I got Will Lutz versus Detroit. New Orleans should
it's
have
gonna be a high scoring
a lot
game.
of should have a lot of points there. Mason Crosby, he 8 for me with Green Bay. Ryan Suckup versus the Chargers. I got Tyler Bass,
Yeah,
the rookie kicker out of Buffalo versus Vegas.
yeah. I know Atlanta's looking for a new kicker as well. Their kicker just got hurt with a
Young
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 Ho
Ko
Koo.
Young Koo Hoo. Young
Yeah,
Hoku.
he was a nice pickup last year. I mean, he had 17-point bangers every week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
But
definitely, like I said, Sam Sloma, Rams, Giants. Anything Rams,
yeah,
Giants is nice
look
play.
for McManus for the Broncos too. I
Denver,
mean,
yeah.
I'm pushing anything going against the Jets. You got to play them. You have to. I'm sorry.
And guys,
Like
once again,
it's
this is from a Jets fan. Listen to the man.
this is a man. Listen to me, please.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead, jump into our top. Our week 4 picks. You let me know if you disagree with any of these. I'm gonna
All
list
right,
my
let's
whole
go.
list. Jets over Denver,
Yeah, I like that.
Baltimore over Washington.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, Lamar Jackson's
I
gonna
hope so. Damn.
hopefully. Dwayne Haskins give you the old Ruka Duke and then
Yo,
just give
listen,
you.
Lamar is the humblest man I know. He works too hard. He hates losing. The game after he loses, like this man's about to go off next week. He's
I
gonna
mean,
be
I hope
pissed that
so. I
he
mean,
lost.
with Chase Young being out too, you won't have as much
Exactly.
pressure on them. So
Exactly.
hopefully, if you're playing Lamar Jackson, obviously, I mean, no, his past 2 weeks he's not had the best fantasy score, but yeah, you're definitely Ravens are definitely gonna win that game.
Bills over Las Vegas.
Yes, obviously, Josh Allen, you're playing. He's gonna eat again.
Arizona over Carolina.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Kyler
Okay.
Murray and DeAndre Hopkins are gonna get back on track, and like I said, like you said too, Kenyon Drake is gonna have a good game. So
Yeah,
look for
Kenyon
that.
Drake. Cincinnati getting their first win over Jacksonville.
I did.
I
I
hope
did
for
give
it.
the
I
Bengals
hope.
their win. I did. Yep, yep, yep.
This is gonna. I don't know, but I got a Dallas. If I say it again, where's Jonah at? If I say it again, I'm gonna say Dallas over the Browns. I got. Hey, listen here, Jonah.
Oh
If
man.
your boys lose, I know something.
If the Cowboys lose again, I will be sadly disappointed. The Browns are terrible. Like Baker Mayfield is so inaccurate. It's just Odell is having the worst year of his life. You know, and it's Odell Beckham.
He's ready to
And
go.
you're not giving him the ball. If I'm a quarterback for the Browns and I have Odell on my team, guess what? 70 attempts are going to Odell. I don't care if you catch him or not. They're coming your way. But it's just so run heavy offense, and you can't blame them. I
It's
mean,
kind of like the same thing with Baltimore. We run heavy. Our wide
yeah,
receivers struggle.
yeah, but yeah.
Um,
I do give the Cowboys that win.
is Michael Thomas back next week?
Uh, he looks to be on track to play,
I'm gonna
so
say New
hopefully.
Orleans over Detroit.
Oh yeah, easily. I mean, even if Michael Thomas wasn't, I don't think.
I don't know. They struggled that 2 weeks ago. It looked pretty sad for Drew Brees, man, without
Yeah,
Michael
but I
Thomas.
mean, they still have Kamara though, so he's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
Michael Thomas, but they still have Kamara.
I'm gonna give Minnesota their first win over Houston.
See, I gave the opposite. I gave Houston
Yeah,
over that.
Houston. Hey, they're both two badly run organizations at the moment, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah, if deep leagues, you're looking at maybe plugging in Justin Jefferson against a weak Houston offense. I mean, that's a nice flex play. It's a warming matchup for him. So
Yeah. Seattle over Miami.
of course, it's
Yeah.
nothing to talk about. You're playing DK, you're playing everybody else in that offense. Just watch out for running backs, of course. If Chris Carson is hurt, look for
Yeah.
Carlos Hyde on the waivers. But if not, if you're not looking for running backs like that, don't just pick people up just to pick people up.
Yeah. Um, I like Justin Herbert, but I gotta go Tampa Bay over the Chargers.
I did give Bucks over Chargers. I think it's gonna be a good game still. I think Keenan Allen's still gonna have a good game. Austin Eckler,
Yeah, they'll still have
God,
good games for sure.
definitely the change of offense helped those two fantasy purpose wise, and even game wise. Like Keenan Allen looks good. He got paid. He's finally looking like a top receiver that deserves that money.
For
But
sure.
Tom Brady, it's Tom Brady. Tom Brady and Mike Evans. He finally has a set of receivers, so
Yeah,
look for
Tom
the
Brady
Bucks to
with
get that win.
some weapons and a nice defense.
Yep.
Next up, I got Pittsburgh over Tennessee, although I think that's going to be a really close game. I think that's going to be a
Yeah, I
close
think
game.
they're gonna try to stop Henry,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's gonna work. I think
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's too explosive. I mean, their defense is nice. I mean, obviously you're gonna start Pittsburgh defense against them because it's still Ryan Tannehill. You don't know if AJ Brown's gonna play or not, but I think Derrick Henry's gonna have a nice game, hopefully against a tough Steelers defense.
Chicago over Indianapolis. That's a stretch, but I think
Mm.
I got a Nick
I gave it to the
Foles.
Colts. I gave it to the Colts. I gave
Yeah.
it to the Colts.
Yeah, I think this is one of those games where Philip Rivers is gonna have one of those final drives and just throw a pick like he used to do in San
Yeah.
Diego. So I'm gonna
He
say
doesn't use his receivers. That's the problem.
Chicago really close. Rams over Giants. Duh.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
You're
let me see. Newton. Hmm. Nah,
Pats over Chiefs.
Kansas City. Kansas City over the
Oh,
Pats.
I'm giving it. Of course, you're going
Yeah,
Chiefs.
I think.
How are you gonna go against the Chiefs? Like for some reason, yesterday the Chiefs were the underdog going into that game.
I thought that was like this is literally the only game I thought the Chiefs would lose, and they didn't. So they'll probably go 16-0.
How is the reigning champion of Patrick Mahomes coming off one of his best years ever, and he's going to the underdogs under Lamar Jackson?
Shit, it was by
No,
like 5 points too. They
that
were
was
like
a
5+.
blowout.
Yeah,
I mean, the offense looked, yeah, but I mean, it's the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's Patrick Mahomes. It's something you expect, but yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. I think Chiefs by 3. Honestly, I
yeah,
think Butker is going to kick a field goal for the game.
bro. He was flagging. He was flagging yesterday. I thought we was. I thought we was good. Man,
Oh, he
missed the
got
extra
no
point,
points. He
missed the
missed two
field
of them.
goal. Yeah. San Francisco over Philly for
Sunday
sure.
night football, yeah. Niners, they're back in the Niner Stadium. They're back on grass.
Right.
I mean,
They're complaining.
Kittle's
Yeah.
gonna be back. I mean, I don't know. Kittle's gonna be back. They say Mostert might be
Mostert.
back.
Yeah.
They may even say Garoppolo might be back. We don't know yet, but they know for a fact that Kittle will be back on the ground. So you're definitely playing him against a terrible Eagles offense or defense.
Yeah. And Monday night game,
Monday
I
Night
got
Football.
Green Bay
Ooh,
over Atlanta.
I gave them Falcons. I think this will
Ooh.
be the game that they do not blow.
Vo- it will be
I,
a high scoring game, so don't start none of them defenses.
I think Green Bay will lead most of the game.
Yeah.
Like, but I think the game ends within 2 minutes. Like the final 2 minutes of the fourth, I think Matt Ryan drives it on the field and they get their win. Where is it at? Is it in Lambeau or is it in Atlanta?
No idea. Yeah, I don't even think it made no fans. The only people complaining was San Francisco.
I know, but still.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking? I think they didn't play Mostert or Garoppolo because they didn't want them back on that turf.
Yeah, no.
They probably didn't want them back in
I
that same
mean,
stadium to play again.
no. I know Kittle didn't fly out to play against the Jets, but I know he did fly out to play against the Giants. But I think the team still decided that you wait till you get on grass instead of turf
To
to play
regular,
again.
yeah. Yeah, new.
So
They put down that new turf, sticky, controversial all week. Um, I guess
just blame the Jets. That's all you gotta do.
there you go. Yeah. So, hey, that's it. That's it for our week
Hey man.
4 recap. I have my boy LottoPicks, Zach Karpinski here,
Hey,
my brother
thank you for having me.
for 10
Appreciate the love.
years.
Appreciate the
Made it
love.
good hour episode. Hey, this is what we need. Hey, this is what
Hey
we might need to
man.
do this more often now.
In depth so people get their lineups ready for the week.
There you. Hey,
Week
hey,
week rule for week 4. Play anything against the Jets. That's my take. That's
There
it.
you go. My take is listen to the damn Boom Boom Room because I'm tired of Josh. If you watch, he probably not gonna watch it. He watches it too late. Josh Bantillo, we telling you right here what to do. If you lose this week, it's your fault.
Your fault.
All right, y'all. Hey, PapaReys Boom Boom Room featuring Lotto Picks. If you haven't, follow on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I be on Twitter, not really, but follow me on all that. Uh, Zach, drop your stuff, Zach.
I have no social media, man. I stay
He
off of social
lying, man.
media. You know how that is.
Sancho, El
But no, for real.
Sancho.
Follow my boy on all that social media. Give him love. He deserves it. He loves it. We love talking about sports, and I'm glad that we could spend this hour talking about sports.
Yeah. Hey, I know it's a long episode, but y'all go ahead and watch this joint.
Hey, take our advice. Promise you.
All right, y'all boys. Y'all have a good day. Zach, thank you, everybody. God bless.